You wrote them down, Nay? So what are we streaming on, Mims?
YouTube.
That's it. So we're not doing all the other social media platforms that I already said we was doing. That you told me we could do as many as we want, and I sent out all the messages.
Are you gonna put her card and stuff in the thing?
That's all I got.
Oh.
Let me get this started, then I'll start this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can sit here. You're right, sure. Is that too close for you? Yeah, you too. Oh, I like your sneakers. Where are you from?
South Carolina.
Oh, what part of South Carolina?
Sumter.
Hey, Monkey, they're my brother. Hi, boo-boo. That's my brother right there.
And y'all matching
And
and
we
everything.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's the real weather?
Yeah. Come in. You can come in. We got a waitress. Am I live now?
Hi, sexy.
Oh, mine's once it watered down, it was good.
Okay.
I feel like we mad close.
Because, you know, I have to, thankfully, I work from home tomorrow. I don't have to get up and go anywhere.
What part of South Carolina are you from? Sumter. He did say that. Okay, so my grandmother family from Goose Creek. I'm live. Goose Creek and Somerville.
Okay.
Okay, we might be related. You don't even know.
Focus.
You mic that? He mic.
Jersey,
He
New York.
mic that? Everybody
Oh my
mic
God,
that?
can you hear me? 1, 2, 1,
Mic,
2?
microphone check. Microphone.
Okay.
I'm clear. I can go. What's? Tell me when you're ready. Then just go ahead. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, that Jersey girl, Nia B, with the 40 and Over experience today, coming from Center Pocket, located in Bowie, Maryland, with my trusty sidekick,
BK Nay, what's popping?
formerly known. When was you BK Nay? You changed that.
Oh, you talking about my IG? It's BQE Nay on IG.
You got to be consistent.
I am consistent.
Today, because
don't come for me.
No, she's not being consistent.
I've had a time.
She's not being consistent
let's
because
not do that.
The last couple of episodes we've been saying formerly known as BK Nay, and then you introduce yourself as BK Nay.
Good last couple of episodes.
I had a
doing
couple
too much.
drinks.
I had a couple of drinks. She's all over the place.
I did, and it's late.
And trying
Correct.
to come for me.
Correct.
And she's not even on point.
I'm not coming for her. Never will I come for you.
Yes, we live. Yes. Yes, we are live. And this is how it goes.
This is how it goes.
Live and
that's
uncut.
the way it is.
Hey.
So we're trying something different today. We're going live because we just don't give a fuck. Fuck it. It's going to work or it's not going to work. It's just going to be what it's going to be.
Right.
So hopefully you have liked, shared, and subscribed to the 40 and Over experience on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Pinterest. We don't fuck with X no more because X voted for the ops.
They X themselves out.
Right. And we stand on business over here.
Right.
Don't we?
Yeah.
Don't we stand on business?
10 toes.
Woo, for the next 4 years, we standing on it and beyond, just in case.
Where can they get that? And where's
QuietInkApparel.com.
All right.
Where
you got big girl sizes, right?
We do.
Okay.
We go up to 3XL.
Okay.
Men and women. Big and tall. Gay and straight.
Okay.
Trainee and...
We all inclusive around here.
Right.
Okay.
Anyway, we did a big intro.
Yes.
Let's just start there. So today we're filming live, like I said, from the Center Pocket Pool Hall. And we picked up some gentlemen on our way in, some gentlemen callers. Well, not you, because you're married. Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
A good black man. Not that you're not a good black man. Okay. All right. That's fine. So we decided to go live today just to get some, natural reactions to
our
topic
of the day,
which is
at 40 and over. Do we still participate in cuffing season?
Cuffing season.
Cuffing season. Yeah,
you can, because you can talk about your past experience
and how you got cuffed. Right?
Ooh,
right?
That's a good one.
Yes, because we trying to learn how to get cuffed.
So first, introduce yourself. Tell the audience what your name is, where you from.
My name is Keith. My
barber named Keith Cuts. KDITH, from
40 and over.
49, 49.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. That's the first question.
How'd you get cuffed? That's the first question.
My wife and I met at the car wash.
Oh, I love
At the
that.
car wash.
Yeah, I mean, I never seen anybody wipe the car down like that before. I don't worry about that all the time. She's waiting, and they will wipe her car down. They wipe my car down at the same time. She started brushing me off, I hollered at her, opened the window up on me. I knocked on the window again because the car blocked the ring. I said, listen, you can't go over there. You might want to give me a number.
Oh, no, that's right. He
Ooh, I
pulled
like
up.
that.
He stayed up on her. Okay.
Been together 8 years now. We celebrate our 1 year wedding anniversary.
Yes,
Oh,
I
wow.
love that strong J.
Okay,
I really
okay.
like
A
that.
couple seasons. We all have done that at one time or another in our lives, especially in our 40s. You date somebody, and during the winter months, in the summertime, you let them go.
So let me ask you a question. When did you meet your now wife? Was it preseason, draft season, cuffing season, or I'm outside season?
Couple seasons.
Oh,
I met her in September.
okay. So that was the debate, right? Like
September is the draft. September is draft.
Allegedly.
According to the company schedule, September is draft season.
Mine's a little different how I met my ex-wife.
Okay.
Well, first your name, where you're from.
I'm Chris. I'm from South Carolina. IG Stoke Hefner.
Okay.
Okay.
STOKEHEFNER. But yeah, I met my ex-wife. Who was still my best friend, I must say.
Okay.
I met her in 2012 in June, and I was out, just out and about at Smoky Bones, actually.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know where Smoky Bones is.
No, Smoky Bones up there.
In Bowie.
In Bowie.
Mhm.
And I was out during this time. I was back then. I used to do these little things where I go diet and I wouldn't drink, eat certain things. So I was out with my homies. They drinking. I'm drinking water. I'm not drinking. I'm getting ready for the summer. Bad beach time.
Okay.
Whatever. So I'm drinking water. Everybody's drinking. There's this table with these young ladies. My wife is a twin. So
Oh, okay.
Two twin ladies with their other friend. And we exchanged words, but it didn't go past,
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah, hi, good
Mhm.
introduction. And she was like, and I must say, my wife is much taller than me. My ex-wife is much taller.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's like
Okay.
5'11". I'm 5'8".
Okay.
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 And she's like, this little guy, we didn't exchange numbers. Okay, so she walks outside, and I come outside, and she pulls up the car. So how you doing? She hollered at me, and I was
Okay.
like,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
I was like,
I
oh,
see what
not
I
gonna
want
get
and I
fed.
like it.
Right.
Mhm.
And then we went out and hung out from there, and maybe like 2 years later we were married. And
Okay.
So see, breaking stereotypes.
sex.
Lady is
She a pro?
5'11". He's 5'8". See, not us. All of us women need to, have a height requirement. So I love that
For him.
for him.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love that for you.
Yes.
I'm glad you have found you a good woman in the Smoky Bones.
Yeah.
Now I don't, and so they say you are supposed to meet people in those type of places, and that's when like it lasts, right?
Right.
Like you don't want to meet somebody in the club for real.
No.
I know.
I'm like, yeah. And it was a
They
natural
for the
thing.
streets.
Right.
And I must say, even though we are divorced, we got this thing. Like, if we don't, we got a couple years left. We got about 45, 46. And we ain't fine. We've been divorced about 3-4 years already.
Right.
And we ain't. We got divorced on some, we got a little attitudes. It was during the pandemic.
Okay. Are you technically like real divorced
we
or?
divorced.
Oh.
No, listen. That's when people tell you,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, it's going to take me a little while to get
No.
We separated in August.
Okay.
By November, we was in the courthouse, and in March of the next following year,
Okay.
we were in front of, because it was the pandemic, we had to do it in front of the camera.
Right.
We were in front of the camera, like, saying we had to say it was final. It
Right.
was like 6 months. It was
So you're over 40.
41. I just turned 41 October 9th.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Libra
Strong
in the
J,
house.
strong
Okay.
J.
I appreciate you had to ask me. You was like, "Are you over 40?" You over 40? If you would have had to ask, yeah, you would have been like, "Nah, you ain't."
No, but I
I
think
can show you ID.
black don't crack anyway.
Right.
So it's hard to
We're
figure out
over 40.
who's over 40.
So yeah.
I put lotion and oil on everything.
Okay. So being over 40, do you participate in cuffing season?
Okay, me personally, no, because
Okay.
cuffing season will turn in. I'm a man of routine. If I'm cuffing, we gonna be cuffing in when the cuffing season starts.
Cuffing season is a debatable start.
Yeah,
So I believe
Pre-season is in November.
I think that's a lie. I think we start recruiting in September. That's how I
Okay.
feel.
Because if you think about this, think about all the holidays, the serious
Right.
elements of cuffing season. You got Thanksgiving,
Mhm.
you got Christmas, you
Right.
got New Year's.
Mhm.
So if I'm bringing in the New Year's, all of
Yeah,
that,
all of that.
on the mistletoe.
Yeah.
I'm all in my feelings. It's cold. You done did all this all winter.
Then you
I'm gonna
cuffing
wake
for
up-
a minute.
Exactly. I'm gonna wake up 3 years later. You got my last name. There's a baby that look like me running around. I'm like, what happened? I thought we was covered.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Like at 40 years. Like, yeah. And yeah, I don't care. So
Yeah.
no, I'm gonna fall in love.
Okay.
That's just what I believe. I believe as a man, it should not be any cover season. That's for men that can commit. Cover season is for young men that cannot commit.
Okay.
But I thought
What
what's
is
the definition of cuffing? Isn't that to be in a relationship, you cuff,
but
you,
it's
you
only
take in?
temporary. It's temporary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You can't put a time limit on true commitment.
Well, what if cuffing season turned into something different, right?
Now, you gotta roll with it. Well, what I'm saying is you can't go to mindset, okay, mindset. I'm gonna date short and then let her go with juvie here. Because that's just not reality.
Well,
That's not adult or grown up.
Well, that makes sense now. That makes sense. Why I've escaped the madness.
I don't know if I would say it's adult or grown up. I think I could speak on both parts of it,
Okay.
right?
Well,
So
if you're in the streets and you just dating different women, still clubbing, and you're 40-something years old, 50-something years old, you've been married before, you got kids already, that's the life you was in, so that's different.
You know what? Being single recently, I've experienced different. How you can be
yeah, you can say what you want.
Unfiltered,
different
uncensored. That's
lifestyle.
good. Yeah.
being single. As in, I went on a trip with this group, and I didn't know what to expect. I just saw the group, and I joined it. I know this beautiful women. We're gonna go to Jamaica together.
Ooh.
Yeah, but it was like
You ended up at hedonism?
Oh, are you part of the group? I think I saw.
No, you didn't see me there. You didn't see me there. No. You would have remembered.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
And I interacted with people. I interacted with a married couple from Atlanta.
Uh-huh.
They both were doctors.
What type of interaction? I think we might need to have him on After Dark.
Yeah.
After
That's the
Dark.
after dark
I just,
conversation.
it was my first time, so I just kind of watched them from afar. Like she was trying to pull. I was like, I was just watching my first time. But I saw them interact in a different light. Like she was in her element with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And the husband, I'm like, you know what? The husband walked around the corner. It's about to go down.
Oh, Lord.
And all he did was like,
Yeah.
hey, have a good night, honey. I'm going to bed.
You gotta let somebody take care of that. I need a nap. Yeah.
Yeah. And he kissed her and went. And the next morning they were at
And
breakfast.
wait a
together,
minute.
Like nothing.
And left you
I was
with
in the
her.
group. No, left another person.
Oh.
I wasn't. Nah, she kind of gave me the. I wasn't ready for that. I was like, you know what? 'Cause I didn't know.
You like, I'm fresh
He was
out.
just
Yeah, I'm
hanging out.
fresh in. Yeah,
I'm fresh out. I can't do all of that.
Not all
Yeah.
that. But it just shows you like their level of maturity is like I learned something totally different. Like they taught me like I don't own person. I'm like, how do y'all do that? She's like, I
I
don't
think
own
Some people are okay.
sexuality.
They're okay with having their partner with
Why
other
they able to
people.
do that? Because they don't respect commitment.
Oh no,
I agree with that to an extent. I definitely do.
Because let me tell you something. As a man, you can't possibly want to share your woman with somebody else.
That ain't too commitment.
and watch
But
her.
you know what?
It's
I
called a
I
cuckold.
thought
Just
the
so we're
same thing.
clear, that's called a cuckold. We learned
No,
that.
no.
We learned that
We
earlier
learned
in
that,
the
what, 6
episode.
months?
Definitely was
Yeah.
not because he was with this. He was saying, "I'm going."
Uh-huh.
He was going with his little friend or whatever.
I can't do no shit like
You
that.
know what?
That ain't
I was in
cuffing.
that.
Some
I
people
was in
like
the element,
variety.
I had to listen to them talk at breakfast,
Nah.
and they would like explain like I don't control.
That's not a cuffing situation. That's a cuckold
So
situation.
it's not. It's a different type of
We
bond.
gonna bring you on. We gonna bring him on
But
after
no,
dark.
I just
Yeah.
saw that she was saying
Cause
that
this a
maturity-
whole nother
Yeah, 'cause
conversation.
they were saying the maturity
Definitely
of the
after dark 40 experience, after dark
Like, just going through
conversation.
that and seeing like how people different type of love. So you like, no, you can be mature and have an understanding. Like
It
we
is.
gonna have this
I
time
agree.
together,
I
and then
agree.
we're gonna walk away from this time, and then we're gonna.
Well, I don't think I'm a good cuffing candidate.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you feel? How do you feel about cuffing season?
I want to after the season. I'm gonna come on. Hey, listen, I want to cuff you in the summer too.
Yeah, cause first of all, I don't like cuffs. Let's be clear, on any form.
Even furry ones?
Not even the furry.
No furry
ones. I don't
ones.
like
Okay.
cuffs. Period. You said what? Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like the notion of it's getting cold and I have to have a man.
Right.
I don't like that. Like, oh, I gotta find somebody to spend the winter
To hibernate
with. I
with,
gotta
yeah.
find somebody to be in a relationship with for this amount of period so that I could feel like, oh, I'm complete.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's cold as fuck outside. Now you can come through, but you
I'm not
can't
outside.
stay.
Right.
Like, just
That's all I'm
because you
saying.
come through don't mean it's your season.
It's not your season. It's your moment. Not
And you
your
have to make
season.
sure they're not a homosexual.
So you're okay with cuffing
And I hope-
moments. You don't
Cuffing
care about
moments.
like
Yeah,
that.
like take me to the family house to eat for Thanksgiving. Mims, don't I like to eat? I'm coming. You want, baby, we can go. Thanksgiving, Christmas, you might even get a gift. We got, 2025, yeah. But when that sun come out, I'm like, no, I'm serious. You know how I am. I don't need that.
Who's this person?
Babe, do I need that? I don't never need no nigga to be with me. Do I need it? I didn't ask you what I want. I'm not acting tough. I'm not acting tough. I'm not saying I wouldn't. I'm not saying I wouldn't want it. I said I don't need it. I don't need
There's
it.
a difference between a want and a need.
What I want,
She may want to
I
be in a
want-
committed relationship, but she doesn't need to be in a relationship.
But getting that point out, I might, because the last little thing, and not even a relationship, but I was dating from June to October, and she just made it a point to like this. I don't need this now. Like I'm enjoying it, but it made me feel
Right.
like.
But I
Yeah.
would never say that to him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say
Because
that to
men
him.
want to
Unless-
feel needed.
Wait a
I
minute.
don't want to feel needed. I want to feel wanted. I don't not.
But let's
You don't
be
want to feel
clear.
needed.
No, don't
Or
need
wanted.
me.
Okay.
Because needing somebody is different than
And
that.
wanted.
Like if I need you to survive. Like it's independence. I need you because my mortgage is $3,000.
No, we don't need you.
Whatever. I'm
I
not
see what
saying
you're
that's
saying.
the point, but I need you because I want a child and you of the sperm. There's a need, but I want you because. You know what? You that 5'8" motherfucker, you just make me laugh. I just want that shit in my life.
I would rather want someone than to need someone,
Yes,
right? So
yes.
I don't need to be in a relationship. Would I like to be in a relationship? Yeah, but it got to be right. I'm not just doing that
Doing
shit
it
with
for
anybody.
shits and giggles.
I'm not doing it for anybody. Right, because I got an UGG blanket
Right.
and a heated blanket
And a body pillow.
and a high-ass BG&E bill
Yeah.
and a fireplace. Now, would I want that? Yes. Like you said, no, I would want it. I would.
He about to come over and bop you upside the head.
Because he feels like that's
I
my
can
brother,
feel
y'all.
it.
He feels like I'm super aggressive, right? That's how he feels. He feels like I give what you said. I'm a nigga. Basically, is what the fuck he said that I am.
And
right?
that's part of Jersey. And that's part of being guarded. And that's part of being guarded, right? Because you had that experience, you've been hurt, so you put up your guard. But we're not gonna front like, oh, okay, I don't want that at all. Right?
But then let's also be clear, right? Because I am all of the things.
Right.
I am loving. I am giving. I am washing clothes, cooking, cleaning.
Twirling.
All
bouncing,
of the things.
All of the things.
All of the things.
Yes.
to the man that I am with. But I'm not willing to give that
For a season.
freely, not even for a season.
Just to
no.
anybody or for
I don't
a
want to
season,
pretend. I feel like cuffing season is pretending.
Yeah.
And I don't want to pretend
Or out
after
of
40.
desperation either. You're not gonna just take anything.
At this age, because even thinking, because I got divorced in my 30s, but like I thought, like, oh, I'm gonna be, but no, I know as I meet people and I invest my time in the female, it's like I said, I'm a man of repetition. Like,
right.
If you're gonna be nice if we're in cuffing season and you're nice during the winter, I'm like, you know what, you might be nice during the summer too.
Yeah.
So it's
no, I have to see you in all seasons. So it's not for me.
Yeah,
I'm not.
No. Man, listen, when I was young, you know, like, oh, you had all kinds of, you get hot outside. Now you get older, you like, it's too hot.
Yeah.
So let me ask you.
It's for young folks.
So were you a part of cuffing season at some point in your life? Like where you actively pursued people to be with them for a certain period of time, and that was okay. Yeah.
I disagree. No, because one thing my father always taught me was to be honest. And I knew during cuffing season came these holidays that provoke a lot of emotion.
Yeah.
So you got Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's Day.
I didn't even think about that one. That was a good one.
Day and New Year. Those are all the romantic.
That's a championship.
Yeah, those are the romantic holidays. So I'm going to do all that with you.
And then be like,
Right. It didn't know. I just want to say before I say this, camera, I am not cheap. I'm a man. I work hard. I make great money. But I'm going to say, cuffing season is the most expensive season. It's expensive as hell. So you want to come, it won't come.
You don't really go and see the person thinking that you will be able to leave.
Right.
The cuffing season thing is kind of just happening. It's never really calculated to that extent because you're gonna like something about that person that's gonna make you want to keep seeing that person.
Mm-hmm.
Say nobody just dates a woman that they really like, no man that they really like. Say I'm gonna leave her in June. I'm here in September, I'm gonna leave her in June. Nah, that's TV.
That is TV. So piggybacking off of cuffing season, right? I've had people ask me, do we have any questions that are coming through? Not yet. Catfishing after 40. So you brought this up. You said, why are women, right? I can say it. Why are women after 40 years old not representing themselves honestly on social media?
Oh, well, there's catfishing, there's filters, there's hat fishing. What are we talking about?
You said what?
Because I can't understand at this big age, how do you get catfish?
So what age group, if you don't want to tell exact age, what age group was that?
My 30s, well, I wouldn't go pick a woman up. First of all, she had missing teeth in the front mouth.
Oh my.
But she got,
that's what he said.
At the front of her mouth.
I looked at it as if you all was 35 and you got missing teeth, explain it how it happened. Tell me that. I mean, you don't just walk around like that and surprise me. We just got to laughing when her mouth closed. And then we
Wait.
He said surprise me.
So she didn't, in her pictures that she sent to you, she wasn't smiling? Oh, smiling with your mouth closed.
But she was the same person
She was smizing.
online. Smizing.
To a certain extent, it's like she had a nice headshot, right? With her, she said, I said to go to braces first, right?
Okay.
So then she said, let's not drive together, I'll meet you there. So we get there, she said, you know what? I said, you know what? Let's not go to braces anymore. Let's go to Blue Dolphin.
Okay.
We speaking 25 years ago.
Yeah. When it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice. So she gets in the car with me. No, I'm sorry, she's following me. She's behind me. And I'm like, I think I was telling her to leave her, speed up on her, and get into a neighborhood. That's not really me. I can't do it like that. So the problem I had was this. When she got out of the car, her lower body was like this big. And the upper body was big.
Oh, God.
So she had like legs, like cartoon legs. Those skinny legs. I was like, man. So,
but you didn't know that because you only got a headshot. Okay.
She's talking about she's
that
Samoan and black and Asian and all this stuff, right? And none of that meant anything once I saw her person.
That's problem number one. No full body shot. That's how to get you. Always do a full body shot. Always do a video chat, and then you will avoid some of those catfishing problems and moments. Yeah, because if you can't video chat on with me, or if I can't see a full head to toe picture, don't slide into my DM.
So how long did you talk to that person before you?
One day we went to New York.
No. How long did you talk to them before you actually met them? Okay.
Yeah, that's enough to.
Big women always take pictures like this, so you don't know.
No, I take pictures like that.
You're not a big girl.
But you can't say big women
If
take
you
pictures
go
like
on
this
any of
because
my
I take
profiles,
pictures
you
like
will
that.
see. Go on my Facebook, go on my Instagram. No, not all of us do that. Go on my Instagram, you'll see head to toe. Yes. I'm very clear. I'm very clear. There won't be no catfishing over here. Okay.
So how did the date end?
Well, she said she wasn't hungry. We got to the restaurant. We get ready to order. She said, "Good thing I ate a hamburger before I left." I'm like, "What?" Well, my food came first. And she ate half of my food. I had all this shrimp.
Oh,
said,
my.
Mama had one for you. Know it's a 10 in. I said, "Oh." So I went outside and told my man. I said, "Man, I'm leaving this girl. But I'm not feeling her." He said, "Leave, man, leave." I said, "Nah, I can't do it."
That's good. No.
Yeah. Just say thanks but no thanks. Yeah.
We went outside. She pulled out a cigarette.
Oh,
my alibi.
that's
right
it.
Hey, you don't like women that smoke?
That's
No.
it.
Never call her again.
No, thank you.
I do not date anyone who smokes cigarettes. I don't even like a man that smokes hookah, to be honest.
Who
Yeah.
date a man that smoke weed?
Can I or have I?
Will you date a man that smoke weed?
It depends on the situation.
Right.
It depends. I don't mind you smoking a little bit of weed. But I don't want to come in the room and my man smell like weed. I don't want that.
But if weed smoking, that's gonna happen. You gonna listen. I don't smoke weed. You won't know.
I dated a smoker, but you can hardly smell it on him.
Eventually, you gonna come in the house and you gonna smell it on somewhere because you gonna get used to it. Eventually, then if you leave out, a few days, come back and smell it.
Well, I'm not going to get into all my past because y'all pretty much know all my
already
bullshit,
know all the business.
Right.
You know where you are.
Lord help me. I dated someone of a particular profession, and I never liked going to his house because it smelled just like weed. I don't want to be around that, right? And I'm allergic to cigarette smoke, so I can't even be around that. And I dated someone who smoked cigarettes before. And I used to make him like, you can't even come around me until you air yourself out and all that. I just don't like
it depends on the person, because I also dated a guy who smoked cigarettes, but I could never smell it on him. It was never...
House.
Yeah. He didn't smoke in his house. He didn't smoke in his car. Yeah. No.
It's my house. I can't.
Yeah. So I made the exception for that person because I didn't really smell it. But
were they smoking weed or cigarettes?
Both.
Oh, no, I just smoke weed.
Yeah.
I just want to say it's medical. I got a call for that. It's legal.
Yeah.
Okay. That you listen. Listen.
Okay. What else you got for us? Any more questions, Mims? No questions yet? Okay. What else?
No, now you brought up, wanted to bring up the catfish topic. So.
Well, the way men feel about filters is how we feel about catfishing.
Oh. Is that how y'all feel?
Catfishing is when you take off your hat and your hairline be back here.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about that.
Right.
Catfishing.
Yeah.
No disrespect. Okay. Catfish is fucking real.
Yeah,
that shit is real. It changes your entire
look. Yeah, it changes.
In my
mind, a beard changes your look. That hat on and hat off is two different people.
In my whole mind, you was somebody completely different.
Yeah.
Look at Neo. Do I need to go any further? Neo.
He gotta keep it happening.
So you mean to tell me?
Hold on, there's a question. What?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Same concept that women wear weave. So what you have to realize is everybody portrays an image of you.
Hold up, bro. You gotta get up there.
He not coming up here.
Okay,
No, all the good shit I say.
So you have to remember, anytime we meet an individual while we're out, they portray an image. Everybody, it's like a movie. Everybody's playing a role.
Right.
You actually get to know them.
Yes.
I think going into this situation, you have to be open because the ideal person that you have created in your mind doesn't exist.
So I don't wear, I mean, I got braids in my hair now, but I'm natural. So I don't wear weaves. So I can't really relate to that. I don't know. I mean, you men tell me, do y'all read?
You date a man and you find out you been dating for, let's say, 2 weeks, right? Every time y'all go out, they go out, I mean, it's cold outside or whatever. So finally you see him without his hat. He comes to your house. You done with him?
Baby, I'm married a hat. First of all, I married a whole hat fish.
Y'all are kicking. And y'all are going hard. And all of a sudden one day
He sweat the unit off. Oh.
I married a hat fish.
So what happens if the guy you're dating had a unit and
so you can't get it wet, but you depend on the value to the shortest lifespan.
Okay.
The lifespan of a unit.
Yeah. So he said you can wet it, but it shortens the lifespan.
And
you have to put a new one.
You get bacteria and stuff like that too.
So is it that?
As we get older, because I'm 46, the expectation that we have in our 30s and our 20s don't exist anymore.
I agree.
We don't have too much time to have
We don't. We don't.
I need somebody to help me get this medicine.
So you gotta change your expectation in your mind range by who you dealing with. Nobody's perfect. So
No.
you say you don't want to deal with a cigarette smoker.
No, I don't.
You don't want to deal with a weed smoker. I get that.
No, I said I could deal with the weeds.
But then you turn around, the motherfucker may be a black weed. And you never know.
Right. I feel
that escalated quickly.
I deal with a weed smoker because you know what he's doing.
I didn't say not weed. I said I don't want the whole house to smell like weed. That's what I said. I said I could deal with a weed smoker. I can't deal with cigarettes.
I mentioned my height earlier. She was like, "Oh, that was good for
Not
her."
me.
See?
I said that.
Yeah, you was like, "Oh, because I mentioned my ex-wife was 5." No, I'm 5'8". See, you don't even believe me. It on my life.
She has a high expectation.
Damn.
And I love her to death. And you have a high expectation of what your ideal guy is. And majority of all women do. However, nobody's going to meet that expectation.
Well, thank you for that. That's a great segue into our next thing because we talked about expectations. So Alex, our brother in the audience, said our lovely Nia here has high expectations, and it's going to be hard for her to meet those expectations in a man. How do you feel about what he just said? About
we go back and me and him talk about this like weekly. Right. I think that I've been through enough shit that my expectation is at a level that's comfortable for me. Mm-hmm. And I will bend depending on the person. Right? So I'm not, now I expect the person I deal with to have a job.
Right.
Do I expect the person that I deal with to have 6 figures? No. But I expect him to know how to manage money. I expect him to do certain things that in the way I grew up, a man should just take care of. I don't expect to be the one trying to figure out why my car broke down or the exhilarator carburetor. I don't, that's my expectation. So you don't 100% believe my expectations are realistic, but I definitely believe my expectations are realistic.
You have a high expectation.
You said I do.
Women need reassurance and men need validation.
Okay.
And I think that's the problem when it comes to dating over 40, because the fact is, you have these expectations of a man or what he should be doing. Mm-hmm. And it's not that he's not doing it, he's just not doing it in the proper amount of time that you want him to do.
Yeah, because it's a trial period. Yeah, I am impatient. I'm very impatient because I don't have a lot of time to waste. I don't have time to waste.
We have a question here.
The reality is this. Sometimes we put false expectations on people and you miss out on what you're supposed to do. Right? So, in reality, yes, 3 things a woman requires from every man is safety, satisfaction, and security. Right? So, if your car needs some work, he should be on time. Yes. But the reality is, once you get married, there might be some times where he called her at work and forget to put gas in your car. Forget to get your oil change. I mean, things happen.
Right, but I'm not saying
so you're saying you have the
ball. What I'm saying is, you got to show grace too, because You never get married if you hold these expectations over a man's head. And 100% you got to be on point every time.
So I'm not saying on point every time because I do give grace. I want to be clear. I've given grace to too many. However,
But you got
if you show consistent inconsistency, then I have an issue with that.
So you're saying you have old school gender
I do.
roles.
I do.
But you're willing to compromise on certain things.
I am.
Okay.
But I think especially for the majority of black people, not all, they're not patient enough to deal with a man who's been slow. I think what get caught up is this new society that we have. Instagram models, all these social media models, and all they all not control. They got all these big camera stuff, and I think a lot of women want that from a man. But in reality, I think that women want a man that to be dedicated to them 100%. And I think that some and women and I think also men want the same thing. But the problem comes when men, black men and black women don't want to be vulnerable with each other.
Yeah.
The lack of communication in our culture, people always assume that I know what my partner's doing or what she's doing. And
So I got to piggyback because just speaking on what he said, it's kind of how my marriage ended. It was like, you know what? I expect you. We were married for 7 years, but it became to a point. My wife, she expected, like I expect. I'm going to therapy. She was going to therapy and doing all this stuff, this self corrective stuff, you know. And she was like, "No, I expect you to do this with me." And at the time when she started, like, "Nah, I wasn't ready for that." Then she made a decision. She's like, "You know, I'm from the South. Certain values, like you get mad at each other." I was raised in the house. Somebody goes upstairs, I go downstairs. We'll figure this shit out in 2 days or 3 days. But we mad, we in the house. She's from here, and she's from a divorce home. So I guess she saw I'm going to leave.
Oh, okay.
In my mind, leaving means I don't like. Where I'm from. Like, okay, you leaving, so. But she left a man with a son. So I'm like, I didn't get it. I didn't have the ability to think like, okay, let me think about fixing this and bringing this back together. Let me do this or what she wanted to do in the time frame. So I just went in, okay, let me get him over, like, how do you figure out how to do this by myself? But as time went by, of course, during that time, we got the divorce. Now we like, damn.
What were we doing?
What were we doing? Because now we both at this point, like, looking at each other like, I done been through therapy myself. She done been through it. Now we're at a both heal point instead of patiently waiting. We kind of just force the situation.
Most new relationships are built on both parties working to build together.
Yes.
The reality in this day and time, 2024, the reality that set standards like I want him to be, you can just say I want him to be financially stable or whatever, but I want him to have good credit, I want to have this, I want to have that. I think my wife, look, I don't pay all the bills, we pay together, and we work together to build, right? And what I know she was the one for me was, we went to Miami, our first year together, she took me to Miami, right, for my birthday or something. And my strip on my debit card went back. I had money in my account. When we got to the airport, so I was back home, I couldn't get any money out. So we hungry, we want some breakfast or whatever, so I said, hey, I got $2 for this in my pocket. My card is not working right now, right? She said, yeah, I got $2 in my pocket. I bought a muffin and an orange juice. I said, here, you take that, I eat some dinner on the plane. She wouldn't let me do it.
Right.
So, in this time, the way you know who you're supposed to be with is, you first pray and ask God, and then you start dating that person. If the good outweighs the bad, you know you got something to build on.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So back to Alex's point of women tend to be on a different time clock and they're faster than men. Like, is that a 40 and over thing, or is that at all ages?
I think
Is
all
that
age things. Like my, even though my ex-wife was younger than me, she was just on a like she was even when I bought the house, like when we met, I don't know, she told me she was like, Chris, we just got married, and she called me like We were renting the town. She's like, you know what? I thought this house. You need to buy this house. I was like, okay. Just me thinking, I'm in my late 20s. I'm probably like 20. I can't buy no house. She's like, give me a social security number.
Okay.
I was like, all right. And a couple months passed, I bought a house. So it's just, yes, they move a little faster, quicker, and some.
Okay.
Just the maturity level.
I feel like it kind of goes to the evenly yoked.
No. I had it. I could have bought a house.
But you didn't
I'm
know.
just thinking like, I'm just paying rent. I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, I don't want to go out and buy no, this is like $2.50. I'm not buying, spend no $300,000 now. That just sounds astronomical to a 29-year-old. I'm like, okay, let me just, we doing good. We don't need to do all that. That's what I'm thinking. I can't buy it, but like you're saying, her frequency was a little faster than mine.
Right.
So I feel like Black women, were you both married to Black women?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I feel like Black women, and that's not to say non-Black women cannot do this also, but there's a special connection about a Black woman when it comes to a Black man that brings out the best or the worst in a Black man. You know what I mean? So like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody and they tell me, I ask them if money wasn't an option. That's always a question I ask anybody I ever date. If money wasn't an option, what would your dream occupation be? What would you do if money wasn't an option?
Right.
And then you tell me what that is, right? So like I was in a relationship one time and they told me what their dream was. And I was like, okay, in my mind, that's attainable. We can get there. We can figure out how to build to get there, right?
Right.
So then when I started challenging that within him, the resent came, right? Like it's like, why the fuck are you asking me this? Or because I'm now making you accountable for what you said that you want. So as your woman, as your wife, I'm
trying to support you and motivate you and be your biggest cheerleader.
Because why am I up at night studying how to get this and you sleep?
Right.
And when I start asking you questions about, hey, you want to build the business, because I have literally,
right,
helped plenty of men that I have dated. Not that I've dated plenty of men, but I've helped plenty of men, realize what their potential is.
Right.
But unfortunately for me, it hasn't been until we have separated that they then come in later and be like,
now I see what you were trying to do.
Yeah, or I've even had somebody come back to me and like, yo, I can't do this business by myself. Can you help me with such? Yeah, now I can, but here's my invoice.
Right.
Because when we was together, you didn't recognize that potential in me. You used me, you played with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm trying to help you.
Concerning that, do you feel it's difficult for some women, Black women in particular, to date a man maybe that they don't have to help build to that point? Because I felt like that might have been me and my ex. Because she has a twin sister. Her twin sister she's married, but her husband, she had to, like, okay, so you
shake him.
Shake, but me, I come from a good family. My dad and mom, my brothers and sisters, they shake me. I'm the youngest of 7, so I came prepared.
Right.
Okay, I came with good credit, job, work for the government. Everything, what I'm saying? Everything was, so it wasn't what I gotta motivate you. It was just like, we're just gonna ride this and move out. So
but you felt like she was kind of intimidated by that.
Yeah, because it was always like, ooh, I got this new job. It's like, so.
I think some women may have that needy complex of needing to
fix a person, save a person.
When I meet somebody, they're like, oh, you got your shit together.
Oh, I want a nigga with his shit together. For sure.
I'm fully healed and fully built.
I said, the minute you find out my shit together, it's like, okay, so what we doing?
Right.
I don't get the experience of let's get to know each other. That's what happened in my last little dating experience. It's like, maybe I did might have started off too grand. Those.
Well, I feel like maybe that, that just wasn't your ministry. That wasn't where you needed to be. God removed you from that situation because they would have used you. They would have used you.
That is another thing in dating now. It's like,
I will agree.
So how do you know the difference between, okay, am I dating her or is she, like, because, we were dating and she's like, this new thing about, you see the thing, if you want to take somebody out, you know, you said, okay, I have no, I want to take you out, and I'm gonna go pay for your nails or what you told you to do.
That was too much, too early.
Too much too early.
See, I don't know.
Because what were you doing before she met you? What was she doing before she met you?
Well, how long?
Right.
But I feel like if I interrupt to bring you out your like, okay, you got your house going on, you take your kid. I'm like, you know what? I want to go to Miami this weekend, and you want to go, but I asked you to go with me, so shouldn't I? I mean,
no, but it's
sure,
different.
I come from a Southern man who's like, listen, if you want to interrupt a woman's life, you better have.
I agree, but you can't give that to everybody.
It's about you or trying to use you, right? Now you know. This is what I used to apply the 3-day rule. If she don't offer to treat me to dinner, something small, the movie or anything, or even took the waiter by the third day.
Oh, well, shit. I'm out.
Because how did women you dating for 3 months go by and they ain't paying for nothing?
No. But what if she doesn't pay for that, but then she realized through conversation it was something that you said, oh, I'm just using hypothetical. I need to buy me some gloves because every time I get on the metro, like my hands are always cold. My gloves got a hole in it. And then she bought you a pair of gloves. Right?
They just show me that you care, you're interested. Something.
But that's separate from a 3-date rule.
No, but that was just to protect myself.
But if we have a conversation, like my love language ain't really buying me shit. Like I don't want, like I have this thing about a woman buying me stuff. It make me feel weird. I think that's a Southern thing.
I think so
but
too.
I should be like, my love language is touching quality time. Like if you just want to like hang out with me for no reason, like I work from home. So if you got free time, like I'm off today, I just come to. You can be watching Netflix while I'm working. I'm good. You don't gotta buy me that.
You like that quality time.
In physical touch. You be like, you know what?
So let me ask you a question. Are there from the people that you've dated, right? Do you feel like they had the same love languages as you, or what were their love languages? Because that's a pattern to look for.
When I dated, you ain't watching. It was also an ethnic background difference. She was Dominican and full-blooded Dominican.
Okay.
And her love language, I should have known what we got to talk. She said, my love language is gifts.
There you go, right there.
I'm thinking like, okay, like
answer the question for you.
I'm thinking like maybe a keychain or something.
Yeah, like I'm going out of town, but you like this all the time?
Well, she was honest. Not saying it's right.
I know. It was just like, it was something I was like, no.
I tried that.
I tried it, and I was honest with it. I was like, you know what? That really ain't my thing. I feel like, you know what? It's not a problem with nobody being cheap, but I feel like if I'm investing in you in the manner that you want, you're probably gonna have my last name. Like, if I'm paying, like if I'm like you're in a separate home and you need money to pay a bill, like I get it, but I don't get it because I want a responsible partner.
Mm-hmm.
When you become my partner, you come into my zone, like I can take care of everything, but I still want you to be responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact, like if I'm taking care of all this, I know you got us on our savings looking great, our investments, but if I know like you can't even take care of your own on your own.
So let me ask you what that means, because needing help and being able to take care of it on your own are two different things, right?
Okay,
so is that a consistent, so is it like she's consistently asking for you?
So on our first date, it was in Miami. I was going to Miami, so it was like we had a conversation. I was like, okay, I want you to
That's your first date was getting flued out?
Yeah.
Must be nice.
I mean,
I get flew out before. No matter what.
Basically,
If you fly me out, I fly you out, you fucking.
Okay. You know what? And I'm gonna answer that one. I did not hit in Miami.
Okay. You flew her out, she flew you out.
I flew her out.
Okay.
To Miami. Like we did a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
I did not get none of that ass.
Okay.
But I must say though, the next week was 4th of July.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker drove up from PH.
Right.
She drove up for the weekend. The
Okay.
ass was provided then.
The ass was provided.
Yeah.
She was trying to get fly out. She should have got flew out again. That's what
Because
that
I
was.
was interested. No, I didn't want her to, because I mean, no, I didn't want to be all up, but I've had enough sex in my life, so I ain't
Okay. And how old are you
Is
now?
there such a thing as enough sex?
Yeah, because I'm fucking tired.
I said, is there such a thing as having enough sex in your life?
tired.
You're tired?
You know, yes,
No,
it
I
is.
have not.
It is a thing. It's enough sex.
Oh, okay.
By when
Just checking. Well, you know, the older women get, their libido goes up.
Well,
and
I don't feel
so-
that's the case for me.
Really?
No, right now.
How old are you?
Yeah.
How old are you? If you mind, if I can ask.
I'm 44. And I think that it has to be one or two ways. Like if I'm gonna have sex with somebody, I'm a very intimate sexual person, so I don't want it to be superficial.
Right.
And then let's be honest, if we fucking, we need to be fucking for real. Like
Right.
I'm not about to then I have sex with you on Monday and I don't hear from you again for the next 2 weeks.
Absolutely not.
Or we're dealing with each other and we ain't have because then at that point I got a USB cord that hook up to something that go in the wall, and then I don't need nobody.
I'm at this age of fucking that we gonna fuck. We gotta go to the doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the responsible thing to do.
Right. That's the responsible.
But okay, so then that goes back to, and I don't know, this is like a combination of the after dark and the
Our
regular.
after dark conversation that we had the last time was
I mean, it is all
Why men don't want to wear condoms
Right.
after 40?
right.
That's what we talked about. I don't know if we can talk about it now, but we can.
We might not be able to because we're alive.
I don't know. But so then let me just ask this question.
Okay.
So you say we're getting tested.
Yeah.
So you're dating someone, you're interested, you're getting tested because you want to be safe and you're still using a condom, or you're getting tested because you like this person, you want to be safe and you not using a condom.
Yeah, I want to know. I've been married for 7 years. I want to go back to that life.
Option 2, yeah. I mean, that's it. That's reasonable.
Yeah.
He's married, so he can't comment.
Be like, leave me out of it.
We can't both go. So we got.
But that doesn't mean that I want to have unprotected sex.
Right,
Yeah, I want
right.
to share my information and know that we're safe. Because let's be clear, if we want to have a
condoms
whole
are 100%,
conversation
yeah.
about safe sex, when we kissing and kissing other body parts, that still can transmit diseases.
Right.
So it's about being safe, period. But that doesn't mean that I want to have unprotected sex with you. Not you. But
if we're partners, like when does that?
at some point.
Yeah.
At some point, that doesn't mean because we feeling each other now because we want to move it to another level. Now we need to go get tested because we fucking with no condom. No, absolutely not.
So the significant other, he has to wait a certain.
Until I feel comfortable, until we've had a discussion, until there's a period of time. Because
So if you take
moment of truth.
So
Okay,
Say it
so
again.
story
So
time.
you know, men regularly don't go to the doctor. So for a man, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the doctor for you because I like you all this. I'm gonna give you all my health results, and then you tell him we still have this trial period to wait.
Yes, because we're only clean until that one time we're fucking not. And some shit lays dormant in your system. You could get tested today and then get tested 3 months later and found out the last person you got tested with, 3 months later after that test, something happened with them. So I just feel like it shouldn't just be about the test. It should be about the moment. It should be about the connection. It should be about the conversation.
I'm just saying, if we get to that point where we go to the doctor, don't you think we? Yeah.
But you're saying you're doing.
Yes. Yeah, we ain't just going to the doctor just to get no help.
That goes into what we call in the South soul time.
Yeah.
When you stop,
He from the South.
I know.
You start to have unprotected sex. It's about soul.
That's a whole nother level of intimacy.
But are you not having sex until you get to that level of soul tying?
I'm gonna have
Oh, okay.
Y'all not being honest. Because majority of 21 up until 51 men, nobody likes fucking.
Yeah, of
Right,
course.
right.
And secret cat women don't really like it neither.
Yeah.
A lot of people, one, they uncomfortable. Two, it just doesn't feel right. Three, people just don't like it.
Right.
So anytime you get in the car, you playing jeopardy with your life. Anytime you sleep with a person, you playing jeopardy.
Yeah.
I think what it is, I don't care how many tests you take, how many conversations you have. I think it's up to the two
Individuals.
to have a conversation about what we're doing.
A clear and honest
We're
conversation.
not
Yeah.
exclusive. We're not having a
Oh yeah,
Right.
I'm talking about
Absolutely.
exclusivity.
Well, I honestly
That mine.
believe that he is being honest, and
Yeah.
you are being honest about your situation. I do feel that way.
Shit's
How-
more story time.
Oh, she wanted to get back to my story time.
Yeah, we wanted to hear the story time. Go ahead.
So my story time, which I probably said it before, but I ain't gonna use no names. But I used to date someone that was. What you think I'm about to say? Oh, okay.
He's
All
listening to you. He
right.
can recognize who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was an NFL player, right? He was honest with me and told me straight up, like, you gonna be, if we doing this, like, I'ma see you every time I come to Maryland. Like, I'm that chick from Maryland, right? But he wanted to have unprotected sex.
Absolutely.
And he's like, you don't have nothing to worry about because you know I'm in the NFL. They test y'all all the time. That's what he told me. I get tested all the time. I'm like, he told me they do test for STDs. And so my thing to him was, you test for STDs every month, every whatever, when the season is on, until you catch a bad one.
Right.
And then what? And if you really labeling me as the girl that you want to, I'm your Maryland chick, then who's your New York chick, your Jersey chick? Because football travels all over, right?
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I'll take care of you. It's no amount of money that you can give me.
What did I say earlier?
Now.
There's some
Now
packages you cannot return.
If he wanted, what he wanted you to do was lower your standards for yourself.
This had to come down.
Just be his girl here. Just to be his girl here. So that was my story time. So for me, it wasn't about a connection. It wasn't about a conversation. It was about, I don't feel like using no condoms and I'm safe because I play for the NFL and I get tested all the time.
If I get to the point where I'm talking about going to the doctor, I just ain't giving no, I meet you in the bar and like, you want to see my chart? No, I'm not doing that at the bar.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I'm like, we done been out a couple of times, I'm like, and I see, like, listen, I ain't fucking with nobody else. I don't got
Right. That's a conversation,
I
right?
don't got enough time for that.
Right. That's a
It's the only
conversation.
one I got, and I would just like to
Cuddle up
I
with
wanna
you.
soul
You want
tie
to
you
soul tie you up. It's not cuffing season. It's soul tie you up.
That's what season it is.
Soul tie you up season.
I'm trying to tell you, because if you put me in this cover season with me, it's gonna be my first couple months might cuff, but after that, I'm gonna try to soul tie you. I'm 40.
So I guess the consensus is
Not
cuffing season is for the young folks. Not for 40 and over.
We had the second. We had the second act.
Okay.
We're on the second act. We gotta find people to help us.
You got the mindset
Put the medicine in the right bottle.
For this is season. You gotta be a young. That ain't an adult.
But there are people that have their seasons anyway. Like your exes, they'll try to spin the block. Like I have one ex. Every certain time of year, he come around. I'm like,
I ain't gonna lie.
no, thank you.
I'm a spinner block. I like what I like. So I don't want to try no.
You trying to keep your count down?
Is that a soul tie? Is a soul tie?
Soul tie in the spiritual sense is having unprotected sex with multiple people, and that's how you tie soul, because spiritually, your souls are connected to one another.
So someone told me.
Tie soul with your wife or your husband in reality.
So someone told me a long time ago, and you know who you are, and don't make me call your name. He told me a long time ago, there is always a connection when you, every single body that you catch that you sleep with unprotected, there is some sort of transfer.
Of course, yeah.
Let's say
Two people lay down, one people getting up with a feeling.
And Mike sleep with Brian sleep with Erica sleep with Leslie.
Wait, you said Mike sleeping with Brian? Okay.
Let's say Mike sleep with Felicia, right?
But you said Brian.
Sleep with Eric, right? Eric sleeps with Tim.
Woo.
Tim sleeps with Felicia. Felicia sleeps with Sonia.
Telenovela.
Sonia sleeps with Chris.
Don't put Chris in there.
Because no, think about it. You wonder why Chris is wondering why he haven't homosexual thoughts and tendencies is because of the first soul tie. That's how soul ties work.
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna tell you how it goes.
We done went to a whole nother
'Cause
topic. How much time we got
I'm
left?
confused.
How much time we got left? We done went to a whole nother
Probably
topic.
to 11 o'clock.
Well, y'all brought up soul ties. I'll just tell you the real definition.
So I guess definition is on the eye of the beholder, right? So for me, a soul tie could be several different things. I can be soul tied to, for me, I could be soul tied to a person mentally. I could be soul tied to a person physically. Emotionally.
Well, that's not really a soul tie.
So
Soul tie deals with your soul. That's the definition.
I think there are people that you can have soul ties with that you cannot be with.
I agree.
No, but no, we're not talking about a relationship.
When you talking about sex,
No, whether you stay with them or not, their souls already tied.
I don't think
You already
so.
slept with them.
Now, listen, in my younger life, this is why I'm going. Them souls, I ain't tied. I don't even know them souls, man.
Listen,
Yeah, I agree.
I'm guilty too. I've had homosexual sex growing up, right? Until I got married. But souls get tied regardless.
I don't think so. I think it's a transfer of energy. I don't think it's a tie of a
outside
soul.
of the covenant of marriage, you tie souls.
I hear that, but
That's a fact.
Say, for example,
it's
when a woman gets pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
when she gives birth, her child is forever tied to her because she's giving her child.
Okay. Yeah.
Soul ties is the exact same thing. When a man enters your body, especially unprotected, he's giving you something to him and you giving him something. And whatever that, you're going to take that to your grave.
With or without finishing? Are you saying regardless of either?
That's why sex was intended for marriage, because it brings the husband and wife joined together.
I don't know. Is this based on belief?
That makes sense.
But see, that you can't do that because
Well,
everybody
you see them on soul tie. That's where it came from.
I might not believe in that.
That's why sometimes that women intuition start to go off with, oh, you was with somebody.
I don't have soul tie.
Right.
What's your nigga soul tie? You can't have your own soul tie.
Huh?
A man,
Yes, we very smart.
a man will say, oh, I know my bitch fuck with somebody. A woman like, oh, I know my nigga and so much. That's a soul tie because you have had sex with that person. So now
You feel that energy. You feel that person is with somebody else.
Do you feel like it would be that? So for a woman, I feel like we could feel that way without even having sex with you.
There's a difference between emotion and soul.
That's a fact.
And soul ties are actually pinpoint. And emotions can take you up and down the road. But soul ties can pinpoint you to that exact
Location.
Exactly.
You can sleep with 100 people, but you're gonna pick up something from each one. Your soul is tied, because the soul is only supposed to tie with the one you marry.
It should. I wish it was really like
Well, no,
that.
most
'Cause I'm
people
tired.
don't do that unless you born a nun or something. Most in reality, that really doesn't happen often, I guess. And the DMV, there's no more versions of the DMV. But what I'm saying,
You said what?
He said there's no more virgins left in the DMV.
I mean, so everybody got a kid or something. You mean, but soul ties are real. That's what they are.
So where's my other friend at? Because he came over here.
Let me get him.
Yeah.
Well, y'all will have to switch out.
Oh, let's switch up.
Okay. But
Oh.
talk to Mims. That way you don't carry your mic on that side. He came over here, okay, when I was eating my good chicken wings from Center Pocket. Fling.
My chicken wings done got cold.
Oh, don't do that. He came over, you would love this, and he said to her, so do you really have 3 kids? I'm trying to make sure.
Oh yeah, he was watching one of our previous podcasts and asked me, oh, I'm trying to see if you legit, do you really have 3 kids? Who lies about having children?
Then he said to me, oh, it makes sense now. Because he said, you've been married. He asked, have we both been married before, right?
Yes, we have.
We said yes.
Happily divorced.
Very happily divorced. And so he asked how divorced were we, and she told how many years she'd been divorced. I told how many years I've been divorced.
No, he asked how many years we were married.
I thought, oh yeah,
He asked how
married.
many
He
years.
asked how many years we were married.
Mhm.
Then he said he confirmed that she had children, and he confirmed that I did not have children. Hey, baby. He confirmed I did not have children. He said that explains it. Meet me outside. Explains what? And he was like, the hostility.
Oh,
Motherfucker don't know me. He don't know me.
Right.
So I said, I believe that my assertiveness. Come on, babe. Mic 'em up, baby.
Get some mics
This the
on.
one.
He's ready for you.
This is what?
So why y'all ain't flip the question back to him?
Well,
He
we
said
about to right now.
he right here.
So here's the thing, you have to. So when a man is asking a question, he has an ulterior motive. He's talking to you.
What?
He's trying to figure out who he's about to come. Because women are afraid.
Oh, he not coming with me.
Men circulate. So he's asking questions.
Here we go. Come on.
He's going to say certain things to try to trigger you to get a response to you. So you
that
have
what
to
you
learn
doing?
how I can tell you.
Don't fall for it.
And this my baby sister, I can tell you, you're a nigga, but you ain't a nigga.
I know.
You gotta learn how to maneuver through these conversations. You gotta learn how to sit back and say, you know what? Since you asked me one question, I'm gonna ask you a question. So that's those are the things that you have to have. I mean, he was asking your own question.
He did, and he also said that he does not date. Well, first introduce yourself.
Oh,
There's the camera right here. We were talking about the conversation that we had.
So so your name
And where you
where you
from?
from?
I'm Tony. Uptown.
Okay. Tony from Uptown.
Tony from Uptown, over 40.
Over 40.
And
49.
there we go. There we go. So we were telling the audience about how you came up to me and Nay, and you asked her about the children and if that was valid, and then how you had said how long we had both been married, right? And then you asked me, oh, so you don't have no kids? You don't have no kids at all? And I said, yeah. And you said that makes sense. And then you had said the hostility.
Correct.
Then, okay, making sure that, because I don't lie. No, I don't have no children. So that's my brother in the audience there. So he said, well, what was the reason why you were asking those questions? Right?
We didn't get there.
And he asked me how come I didn't ask you specific questions, which, if everybody knows me, I was eating. Because if my mouth ain't full with food, then it's full with bullshit. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So based on that conversation, I'm assuming, and you tell me where I'm wrong. You kind of were looking through some of the episodes to get a feel for what you were coming into today. And what made you say what you said about either one of us? No, honestly.
Well, so here's the thing. When it comes to dating women, you all present, your case to your friends differently than you are with the men that you date. So I date women, a lot of women, right? So I have a better perspective than you all do when y'all talk to each other. So when I ask those questions, I just wanted to gauge exactly what I was interpreting from your response.
Okay.
So your behavior, when I met you, kind of hostile.
What made me hostile? No, that's me all day. That's not hostility. That's my personality.
And here's the thing. You don't see this that way.
Okay.
Right? Mm-hmm. Because women's behavior has changed over the years. Women are very masculine. Right? Yes, y'all think about it. Being loud.
He said women are very masculine right now.
Yeah.
But my thing was, you made it seem, the way your line of questioning was, it almost made it seem like, oh, because she doesn't have kids and I do, that's what made her more hostile or have more masculine energy. And kids don't denote that, for me anyway. I don't see that, because I see very masculine, hostile women who are mothers.
Okay.
I think it was mainly, which I said to him, I said, I don't believe I'm hostile, I believe I'm assertive, right? And so you said, based off of when you met me, right? I inserted myself into your space. I had a seat, and I had a conversation would you agree that I led the conversation?
Did you lead the conversation?
Do you believe I did not?
You were very, you kind of rude.
I was rude.
Yes.
Okay.
I asked to shake your hand, you gave me your left hand.
Because it is.
But you shook my friend's hand. So I picked up on it.
Okay.
So, as a single man, I read women.
Okay.
So I'm just telling you what
That's
heard, like I said. So, like I said, the way you all present yourself to each other is different than the way you present each other to men.
Mm-hmm.
So present yourself to your men. Like y'all put out your representative.
Okay.
As opposed to who you really are, right? That takes a little time to like finesse,
Okay.
right? It's an issue of trust. But at the same time, y'all really not honest with yourselves. Because if you find out, like, when you get to really know yourself, when I say you get to know yourself, remember, you got to go to somebody else and have them bounce yourself off of you. So when you go to therapy, so the thing about therapy is they tell you the time with your own watch, right? They tell you the time, meaning they tell you about yourself with your own watch.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't, I mean, it's everybody.
It's becoming self-aware. And use
Right,
your
right. You
own
don't
tools for you to
self-actualize
become
yourself,
self-aware.
We don't self-actualize ourselves, right? Because we don't like what we see, right? Most women don't. That's why they put on makeup and all that other shit.
Ah,
That's what you know.
shit.
So, like I said, yeah, see, that's triggering. It's triggering, but it's the truth. We got to be honest with each other.
So let me ask you this: do you feel like a man could put on the same mask that you're projecting that a woman puts on?
I don't date women, so I wouldn't know. I can only speak for myself. So, like I said, I'm an expert at dating women.
I think my only issue with your statements is that
Can
you're
you hear
putting
with
all
that?
women in a box, and we're not all the
That's-
same. It's not a cookie cutter thing,
That's
right?
very true.
This is you know the majority. Okay, I'll give you that. The majority of women might be masculine. The majority of women might wear masks, but that's not all women.
So when you have to dial back, I'm sorry, you have to dial back. You have to, as a black man, you have to ask, why are women, especially black women, masculine? Why are black women? Because the simple fact is, if you look at history, when black men was taken from the home, black women had no other choice but to be that period. So it's hard for a black woman to relinquish that power, even being a man in public.
So here's the problem. Here's a problem to your question and to your question. So you're not being masculine. It's your interpretation of what masculinity is.
That's what I'm about to
That's
say.
where it's flawed.
Yeah.
Okay,
You think
so
being loud and aggressive is being masculine. That is the opposite of being masculine. Most masculine men are very comfortable, laid back, and what they do is they recognize the situation that they're in, and they sit back and they rationalize how to deal with it. So your interpretation, what it is you're overly emotional, and unfortunately, that's described as being masculine, right? Because you're angry, you're being assertive.
we're angry.
That's not being masculine.
We have to stop that nonsense when it comes to our black people about being that angry black woman. A real masculine man is going to put a black female in her state. I don't give a damn who you are.
we don't go there willingly.
Thank you, brother.
No, you can't.
A black man is going to walk into any situation and say, you know what? I'm going to take this load off you and I'm going to put you in your business thing. Whatever it looks like for you, we're going to work this out. But I'm going to take care of A, B, and C. And I think what we have been accustomed to in society is, especially in the black culture, is black women saying that women are after their money or a meal, and then black women are saying black women are saying niggas just want to fuck. And reality is when we don't talk about the situation, it's to where we have forced black women into a masculine role based on culture and past experience, and it's hard to take them out of that role because at the end of the day, when you look at it, black women are the all the be all. We don't give black women their power.
No.
Black men, we don't give them enough respect, and when we approach them, we don't show them grace.
And go ahead. I'll let you rebut to him.
No, go ahead.
So I think that it is unfair to. I'm just going to talk for me. I don't believe that I was rude at all. I think that is a stigmatism because I feel like my approach, which is a Jersey approach, because I am assertive and I'm confident in my skin and it is what it is. I can talk to anybody anywhere. I don't feel like I have to be loud. I am loud. It's just what it is. That's how I grew up. I got Puerto Rican in my blood, Dominican in my blood, Caribbean in my blood. We loud. We from Jersey. We outside. That's just what it is, right? But I have had very high-ranking positions where I know how to be very demure, very cutesy. So my personality, when I come across someone, I've never in my life had anyone tell me that, and I respect your, opinion of that, but I've never had anyone take my personality as rude. Now I'm not going to address point by point, but I think that the thought that a woman in her masculine energy, a lot of times it's because she ain't got no choice. She out here raising these kids by themselves, doing it on her own. And like my brother said, if you feel comfortable enough to let your hair down, you will. Because that's what you want. You just want to feel what the gentleman said, I believe his name was Keith earlier. He said, you want to feel safety, you want to feel security, you want to feel satisfaction.
Right.
You want that. I can be all those things to a man, but I'm not going to do that just off of the break or not be myself. Yeah, every woman should have their guard up. That's how a lot of people get in a lot of
Get
trouble.
hurt
as a woman.
and abused. So, like, to her point, if that's the case, I should have been more hostile and masculine, right? Because I'm the single mother of 3, doing it on my own, and she should be very mature and demure in her feminine energy because she doesn't have the struggles that I do, right? So it's interesting to see that you said that she was very hostile and aggressive, and I was the demure, quiet, laid back one because of, I have 3 kids, which is really it's the opposite because you haven't seen me. I can't get very Brooklyn on you. So it's just very interesting to hear that was your first take based on the little bit that you saw on the podcast and our approach.
Yeah.
Because can I just give because when I first met you guys at the bar and I went through the podcast, I got a different type of, and I was like, oh.
Okay. What did you get?
I'm like, she kind of a little strong with it. This is different. I like that.
Which one?
Because I saw because when I told you earlier, my ex-wife rolled up on me and was like, I was about to cross the street. She stopped about to run me over and hollered at me. Like when I tell my dad that story, my dad is an 80-year-old Southern man. He like, oh nah, the woman need to be doing all that because he has a different. But me, era. I was like, ooh, no, Dad. I was like,
I like that.
My name Chris.
Yeah.
So it just, I guess that energy was just, I didn't see rude. I just like, oh shit.
Can I address the masculine cop out?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, I've been a single father twice in my life.
Okay.
I didn't act more feminine to be a feminine man to my children.
And you will never have to. A man will never have to do that.
But why would you?
And so you said it's a masculine cop out.
To your point, I didn't have to change who I am to raise my children. Why do you think you have to?
So let me ask him.
Because I'm doing it on my own.
I said I've been a single father.
Okay.
What are your kids? If I can ask, are your kids boys or girls?
Both.
That you have one of each.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've been I've been a single dad twice. Both of my kids each time. Dogs twice. Got custody. Lost it again. Okay. So like I said, I didn't have to change who I was in terms of my personality and my masculinity to address my children. What I had to do was just be myself. And understand my
But when you address your daughter versus your son, you don't bring different type of energy?
No, depends on the behavior. So here's the thing, you can say that.
Because I got an 18-year-old, but my energy is different between.
So you're saying that the mother isn't in their lives at all?
No, I'm just saying I had full custody.
Okay.
So my point is, when I hear the thing, I'm a single mother and I had to do this, like, no, I've been a single father and I had to act like a father. I didn't have to do mother and father, I just had to act like a father.
Because their mother was present.
Right.
When they were in and out, but my point is I had full custody. So like I said, I don't know what your dynamics are, your relationship, but I'm just telling you mine. So my point is that there's a cop-out. What it is a lot of women are angry. And they try to compensate by trying to say, oh, I can be more strong and tougher. No,
it's a survival mechanism. It's not.
But whose survival is it? Is it yours is it for your children?
It's for the
It's
children.
her survival too, so that she can care for those children,
Yeah.
especially if the father is not present. You're talking about, yes, you are full custody, but the mother was present, whether in and out, the mother was present, so they had that feminine energy there, and you did not have to. You did not have to go into survival mode, right? So a woman is different because let me finish, because she has to go into a survival mode, right? Because that is not there. That masculine energy is not there.
Comparing apples to oranges.
Right.
I mean, his delivery may be off, but I understand what he's saying, and you have to listen to him. So he's comparing being a single father to a single mother. One, we have to realize that you had it by choice, right? Majority of the single mothers now is forced in that situation.
Wait.
And when I say forced into that situation, I mean they gotta figure it out how they're going to want. No, because you basically said
When you say force, they were raped.
so.
No, the father made a choice to not be there.
Black women in this world that is walking in this world with kids and saying they want to be single by choice, raising their children by choice.
I disagree.
No.
I disagree. I disagree.
I got no because I was raised by a single black mother, and my dad lived down the street.
I disagree.
And I love Daddy, I love you.
So I
But
disagree.
the honest opinion, no. My mother did not choose to be a single mother. My dad is 13 years older than my mother. Back in that time, you know how that time went. My mother first had my first brother at 18, then me at 20. She at 21. So it wasn't no, she thought this was the love of her life. She thought this is man. But guess what? He was not. That was you chose
a black man can uproot himself at any time he wants to.
So-
A majority of a black woman that has kids are not going to be able to uproot themselves.
So, like I said, you're basing everything based on your experience.
That's
Everything is not a statistic. Better look, children are raised by fathers. In terms of outcomes, single fathers do better than single mothers.
Oh,
In terms of raising
wow.
children, that's a
Wow.
statistic. So listen to this. When you listen. Wait.
Let me get it.
This is live, y'all.
This is the live. It's on live.
You say that,
No,
that women don't choose to be single mothers.
they don't.
They don't.
They don't want to be.
Okay, listen.
Okay, go ahead.
Show me a
Oh, let
woman
me
that's
not be a
I want to be a single mother. Give me a baby.
Right.
I want to be a single mother. I want to do it all by myself.
So today is December 5th. December 8th. It'll be 5 years since I've seen my son.
What?
5 years.
And why is
Since I've seen my son with my ex-wife. She has made it so that I can't see my son. She's turning against me and everything. So she's chosen by choice to be a single mother, raising my son without me.
That's my choice. Your experience.
That's speaking from your experience.
No,
Right.
We were speaking from our
Wait.
I fought because he tried with 2 children. Those women tried to, because I wasn't with those women, they pushed me out of lives with my children. So by choice, they wanted to be a single parent. So to your point is non-valid. Because guess what? It's only based on your experience.
No. You just
Because it's a majority of men. There's a majority of black men that have been forced out of their children's lives because women.
It's not a majority.
Because here's the thing. You have your experience and I have mine.
But you
Just
just
because
spoke,
my
you just
experience
said we must live that
different than
experience
yours.
last when you spoke of yours.
My experience is different than yours. Doesn't negate the fact that I have it.
I never did that, brother. What I'm saying is, your first comment was based on what we were talking about experience. So you said we're not talking about experience.
You said a blanket statement. You said a blanket statement.
No.
Black men don't choose to be single mothers.
Again, I heard you speak. Let me speak. The first statement that you made, that you said, it was based on experience. So when I gave you statistics, you didn't want to go down the route. So you came back to your experience. I'm not finished. I didn't cut you off. Hold on. Let me speak. Now you speak of your experience as a black man raising black children or trying to see your children. You probably I would say I'll give you 2% of the world of society of black men that are trying to that are trying to raise their children, that are trying to be active in their father's life. But at the same time, you still got 98% of black men that can move around and maneuver like they don't have children, that have critical children by multiple women, which creates a broken home, which also creates emotional damage to your daughter and your son. Black men don't realize the emotional damage or psychological damage that they cause to their children by not being there. Now, maybe your ex-wife is not allowing you to be there, but there is always, if you use the court system, there's always a will and a way to see your children. So let's not play that game. Let's not play that game.
Okay.
Well, you're not in the frame.
But that's fine.
Okay.
You have kids? No, I have 17 nephews and nieces.
Okay. So you don't have any kids. Okay.
That's what I said. But
here's the thing.
hold on. I didn't give birth to them, but
this perspective.
No.
This perspective.
You didn't let me
So
finish.
listen.
I'll let you go. No, you asked me a question.
I've been through the system. You know who's in the system? You know who all the child protective services people are? Single, unmarried women, and in my opinion, that hate men. There's a lot of the same in the court system. You know what that term is? There's a lot of misogyny in the court system that y'all don't understand. Like I said, I've been through it twice.
Okay. So I feel like you're speaking based off of your experience.
I lost custody.
You got to push your hand back just a little bit.
So I lost 2 custody battles to a woman that had 3 children on welfare. I was gainfully employed in my own house.
So are you really here saying that women don't lose custody of their children?
And what type of custody did you go through?
Women lose custody of their children all the time.
They only lose custody.
So my sister went to postpartum at 3 months. So I raised my nephew for 3 months up until he was 18. My sister walked away. So, but here's the thing. You cannot say what you cannot negate because I didn't give birth to a child that I didn't raise a child.
Right.
Second of all, the simple fact is you continue to think about the fact that you lost custody. I've been doing this for years. I've been doing it for 46 years. I've been doing this. I don't need you to say. But what I'm saying is, you continue to say that you lost custody, you gained custody, but you're not telling the full story.
Because he ain't saying nothing about a divorce decree. Because that's a whole nother thing.
There's a reason why you won't get custody.
There is a divorce decree or something about it.
Don't get on the podcast and feed us half the story. You don't tell the full story. Tell us
So you're making a lot of assumptions.
So did you. You made a lot of assumptions about black women being single mothers.
Like I said, you don't have children. You've never been through the court system. I have been multiple times. So like I said, I think I'm more of an expert than you. But I hear the sideline. I hear the sideline commentary, and that's what it's supposed to be, on the sideline. Because you have to be personally involved. You don't know what it is to pick up your children, and they don't want to go with you. You don't know what that's like. So my point is, you don't go. Have you been to supervised visitation?
Who?
Supervised visitation.
I had to have supervised.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me answer the question. So when I took full custody of my nephew at 3 months old, I had to go through the court system. No.
3 months.
No, he was 3 months when I got it.
Was it talking?
No, he wasn't talking. 3 months. I raised him from 3 months to 17 years old. So I had to go through.
How long was supervised visitation?
It was once a month, and we had to. No. It was once a month for 2 years, and we had to meet at the courthouse.
Gotcha.
I couldn't meet my sister, and she couldn't come to my house. I couldn't go to her house. So stop cutting me off. That's your problem. You don't listen. So what I'm saying is, I'm listening. No, you keep cutting me off, and that's considered rude. No. I'm not the one. See, I'm not the one of the two. Come on, bro. Give me respect. So you made a statement that I never had a child. I raised a child from 3 months to 17 years old. I went through the court system. I know what it means to deal with the court system, especially in the state of Georgia, because I'm from the South. So I know about visitation. I know about supervised visitation. I know about everything. So every time my sister decided to come out of postpartum and to receive her son, I was like, okay, we'll do this. You're better. So we go back to the court system. We'll get him back in the We'll get her back in the program because postpartum lasts throughout the entire woman's life. So that's what black men felt realized. So I was like, all right, cool, not a problem. So then after I decided to give my sister back her son, the state of Georgia, because that's my nephew, I got put in for child support. I was paying $2,000 a month for my nephew. So don't tell me that I don't know the rules and regulations about horses. But I greatly paid for that because the one, my son was signed over to me by the state. So I told my sister, as long as you can take care of him, I'll pay you $2,000. At the same time, when I reached out to his father, when I reached out to his father and said,
No, because I'm real.
how are you going to do this with your visitation with your son? This is your son. Do you know it was 5 times that my son, my nephew's brother, my nephew's father walked out beside him and did not recognize him. So it creates, as a child, it creates these memories. My nephew's 30 years old at this point, now, today. And he's grateful and thankful that I raised him, and I love him to death. But here's the thing, when it comes to black men about being a role model in society, about being role model to kids, we don't put in enough effort. We don't put in enough of the foundation to better our black women. Because the majority of the black women are single fathers, or single mothers, have the most issues. I understand your
I don't think we do.
I get it.
Well, look,
So-
can I chime in?
Yeah, go ahead.
So just to give you some frame, just to give you some context. So when I got divorced, I had shared custody. 50-50 custody of child support. So I didn't start off wrong. Right? So like I said, I don't understand like the story that you made up where I have all this problem. I didn't. It just involved my ex-wife had a drug problem. And so I was in Virginia. Don't ever live in Virginia if you black, all right? So, especially Northern Virginia, okay? So like I said, I was in a court system where there's a lot of misandry and racism. So, a black woman there can smoke drugs and do whatever, but if there's a black father there and he's being asserted as a father and as a man, there's a problem with that.
So let me ask you a question.
Racism, I agree with. Misandry is situational.
You can't discipline your child.
Oh, you see, that's why you got to be clear in what you're saying. So there was issues with.
So you can't discipline your child, your own child, because things now, everything is family violence. You know what family violence is now?
So your assertiveness was reported to the court.
If you yell at your child, your significant other, that's all considered family violence. This day and age.
But how do we get there?
Hey, it depending how were you yelling.
I'm gonna tell you how do we get to this new law. Because again, we allow the court system to take the black man out the house. Again,
So you agree with? So that's what I'm trying.
But according to most black men, that's also the black woman's fault because the black woman needed food stamps and child support and social services. So it's our fault that the black man is not in the home, right? We get blamed for that too.
2 generations of children that now, like I said, I didn't know the court system in the early 2000s and in 2020. It's the same shit. Like I said, they got my daughter's mother had a court-appointed attorney. She beat my $40,000 attorney twice. Okay? How is that possible? If it's in the best interest of the child, you know what the case woman told me? It's okay if the child's raised poor. Bullshit. If that's the case, why are we out here working? Why don't we just all be on the system?
So let me ask you a question, because the 40 and over experience is about our experiences individually after 40 and what we go through, right? I know we kind of got into a serious topic or what have you, but I think we started off by some of the comments that you have made in regards to addressing, black women or what have you. So based off of, and this is my perception, based off of your experience, you have a perception about black women. Would that be accurate or not accurate? Excuse me, audience. We can hear y'all. I'm asking because based off of your comment, right? And so I'm saying this respectfully,
Right.
is that when you your address of me as being rude, assertive, this and that. I don't feel like it's no, you didn't. You said hostile. That was the word you used. Which I take as a compliment because honestly, hey, it is what it is. But I think that now hearing your experience and based off of your experience, maybe a lot of that could have come based off of your experience of how you perceive Black women now based off of what you've gone through in your custody cases or were you married to these women?
So I was married to the second one. So to your point, I do have perception, right? Okay, so it's good and bad.
Okay.
Just what you think about it, right? So my perception is not negative of Black women. So to this, I'm accountable for the choices I made and the women that I chose. Me. Not all Black women, the ones that I chose. Okay? Y'all all got a clean slate with me. Okay? But I can't.
I don't know, friend.
I have,
It don't sound like that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to hold you accountable for that.
Look, I'm a Leo. I'm straightforward.
Ah, okay. Well, there's that.
Straight up, chase, right? Okay. And at the same time, I think that we're adults. We should be able to be honest with each other and have perception that's honest. Like I said, I gave you my honest perception.
You did.
You might be different once you get to know me, but you know what? That's my perception. Right.
Which is very so.
And you, like I said, I wasn't wrong because you said that.
No, I'm not rude. You were very wrong about the rude part, and you're very wrong about the hostile part. I'm aggressive all day.
Would you equate being hostile with being aggressive?
No, I don't.
No, because can I say that like okay?
And I'm sorry, hold on one second. Aggressive is not the word that I meant to use. Assertive is the word that I meant to use. Can I be aggressive? Yes, I can be aggressive. Do I feel like I was rude and aggressive and hostile when I approached you? Not at all.
So can I show you exactly what you did?
Sure.
I just want you to give your interpretation. So you said something when you sat down. I didn't hear you.
I said, how y'all doing?
I didn't hear that.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, she said it to you. She didn't say
No, I said it to everybody.
Next to me,
Yeah, so I was talking to somebody.
No, you weren't. You were sitting there. You were talking. If you were talking to anybody, you were talking to Keith. Okay? Because I got a very elephant memory.
See how that happened?
No, this is.
Listen to what she just said. If you wasn't talking to anybody, you were talking to Keith. I just said I was talking to somebody. The person I was talking to was.
If you were, which I cannot deny
Right, because
or
you sit over
confirm.
like this. Hey, so and that's exactly how you talk to me. It was side of the face. It wasn't like this. Hey, my name is such and such.
No, I came.
Nice to meet you.
I came and sat in between you and your
your name.
people.
I asked the chance to shake your hand. Gave you your left hand. And you did like this. So that's not yes.
Yes, I did because this is the hand he reached. So when you reach out your hand, this is the hand that I gave. I didn't go then with this hand. And when the person was standing there,
right hand thing, that's only for men.
no, but I understand the right hand thing. I do understand the right hand thing, right? So when he said it, because I would have gave his friend this hand too. When he said it, then I went like that because he was further away from me. When he reached out this hand, when you reached out this hand, I gave it to you right here.
Okay, like this.
So
I did. I wasn't like, what up, nigga? How you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
here's the
just
thing in terms of proper etiquette. If you were going to an interview, would you give it your left hand, your right hand?
We weren't in proper etiquette. We in center pocket. We wasn't in proper etiquette.
You see that distinction? Because here's the thing, I gave you my right hand, and I looked you in the face when I talked to you.
Okay. And I did not look you in your face? I did. I was talking. So let's just say this, because we can go all day with this. But I addressed a group. She was here. Keith was here. You were there. I said, excuse me, I'm going to pull up a chair. How y'all doing? That's what I said. Just because you didn't hear me doesn't mean that I didn't say it. And I talked to, and I should only make eye contact with you when I'm talking to half moon of people? No.
No, if you're talking to me, when I introduce myself to you, I give you eye contact.
Did I not give you eye contact back?
You just gave me the left hand, it was like this.
Oh, that's what I did.
That's fine.
I did not
That's
do
fine.
this,
Look, I'm not sensitive. I'm just ascertaining What I deem
Okay.
for good behavior,
Okay.
how I look back.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
So, like I said, it's not a personality defect.
Oh, I don't have one.
Oh,
I'm perfect. Continue.
that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
It is what it is. I'm a hostile, rude, perfect, aggressive, single, no children person from Paterson, New Jersey. Stand up.
Let go. Let's go.
It is. It is what it is.
Well, this has been a very insightful.
I mean, do we have any questions before we let our gentlemen go?
Conversation.
Because we've been here for quite a while. Excuse me, ma'am. Do we have any questions? Does the audience have any questions?
Any closing questions from our audience?
No.
Okay.
Eddie, do you have any questions over there? No questions. Oh, thank you, Mama.
Thank you. Well, thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it.
Even though we don't always agree,
Yeah.
we appreciate everyone's experience.
Yeah, thank you for coming
We
on.
do
and
appreciate
spending time
your
with us.
experience, Tony. But don't be surprised, because I am from Paterson. Your tires be slashed by the time you get to the front door. It's just what it is.
That's not impressive.
It's not. It's a fact.
That's not impressive at all.
Well, thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of the 40 and Over Experience with your girl, Nia B. And
Q&A.
there, you said it right this time. Thank you. Cheers to that. Cheers to that. We would love for you to tune in. We're going to try and continue this live thing. It seems that you guys are really engaged in that, even though you don't have questions. However, if you do have questions, please make sure you hit us up in the comments, or you can email us directly if there's anything that you want us to discuss here on the platform. We're happy to do that. We're going to try and gather here at Center Pocket and get more of a eclectic perception to the things that we talk about here every first Thursday of the month, promptly at 8 p.m.
But if you want to get a notification of when we go live,
What
make
they
sure
gotta
you
do?
like and subscribe and tune in
And share,
and share.
because each one teach one.
Yeah.
And if you love what I'm wearing here today, where you don't ask rude, assertive, aggressive women for shit for the next 4 years, go to www.quietinkapparel.com. We got all your graphic tees, t-shirts, and I said tees and t-shirts.
Yeah,
Graphic tees,
apparel.
hoodies, you name it, we got it. Wear your truth out loud.
She
And
did
then
already.
I did.
Yeah, she did.
If you was focused. Bye, y'all. See y'all next time.
I'm agreeing with him now.
Yep. Bye, y'all.
Remember
Thank
where
y'all
your
for
bread is
tuning
buttered.
in. You live this off? You live this off? Oh, no, you keeping it live?
Yes.
I need you to stay fucking focused.
Yeah. That part.
That's me being rude. Hostile. I'm
Yeah.
rude.
Now
I'm
I'm seeing it.
hostile. I gotta, apparently, I don't get no break. I don't get no break. When I get extra free. Let me not be aggressive. I think
Because we found him. You disappointed.